He ignored them and said to the woman, "Your faith has saved you. Go in peace." That's the paraphrase that Eugene Peterson in the Message gives to Luke 7:50. And the story is that Jesus had been invited to the home of a Pharisee for a meal. And while they were eating, a woman came and she had this very expensive perfume bottle, and she poured it all over Jesus' feet. And it met immediately with the criticism of the Pharisee, who said, if this man was a prophet, I thought he was, he would have known what kind of woman who is falling all over him. And Jesus said, I got to tell you something, man. Tell me, he said. Well, there were two guys who owed a banker some money. One owed a big amount, the other owed a smaller amount. They were both forgiven. Which one loved the most? And the guy said, well, I guess the woman who owed the most money. And Jesus said, you see this woman? I came to your home. You didn't wash my feet. She rained tears on my feet and dried them with her hair. You didn't give me a greeting, but the time I came, from that very moment, she hasn't quit kissing my feet. You didn't provide me anything for freshening up, but she's soothed my feet with perfume. Impressive, isn't it? Well, she was forgiven many, many sins, and she is very, very grateful. If the forgiveness is minimal, the gratitude is minimal. And then he looks at her and he says, I forgive your sins. And the dinner guests all started murmuring. I mean, they were indignant. Who does he think he is, forgiving sins? Well, can you remember something? Can you remember that Jesus gave us the power to make that declaration too? He said, if you forgive the sins of any, they're forgiven. He knows it's a free gift. He knows that it's a declaration of something that God intends. And he knows that of all people, he has the power to do it, and he ignores them. He doesn't argue with them. He doesn't refute their objections, and he doesn't care what they think. He just looks at the woman and said, your faith has saved you. Go in peace. It's your faith that has activated God's gift of forgiveness, for which he holds no conditions whatsoever. Lady, go in peace. Go in peace. There is nothing that is standing between you and the grace and peace of God.